Now the other day I recently picked up, what was it? I picked up the Force Unleashed, or Star Wars The Force Unleashed, whatever you want to call it. I picked it up for the Xbox 360. I was going to get Ultimate Sith Edition, but I got this for a pretty cheap deal for, I don't know, like $6 or $5, $5. And I have to say, after playing the campaign, this game is horrible for at least for the 360. I played it on PSP, I enjoyed it, and that was about it. This game for PSP, whoever still plays PSP, I would recommend this game. But for Xbox users, don't buy this game. I played it and it was it was horrible. So I guess I'll just show you the gameplay of how terrible it was. And yes, I am reviewing this piece of crap for a game, or whatever you want to call it. And yes, I've upgraded my console from my fat from the older video, blah blah blah, I don't care. So, you just go put it inside like you would normally do. Stick your disc in, whatever, blah blah blah, that's what she said. Drop it in there. And if I can get my controller, it's probably going to be dim because you can't see it. There we go. Alright, so everything's playing as it should be. I don't know if you can see it, so I'm going to wait until this goes in. Now, hold on, let me see if I can adjust the freaking camera. There we go. Alright, so presumably, hold on. Let's cut the lights so everyone can see this. Plus, this is an old game, so I was like, well, maybe it's just because the game's old. So, So I'm going to actually start the actual game. So let's just go in here. Start it for the Xbox 360. Yay! We're finally on the title screen of Star Wars The Force Unleashed for the Xbox 360. Now keep in mind, like I said, the PSP version, you can check out the video. The graphics aren't as great, but still, I think Chrome Studio did a good job in it. Now check this out. Alright, so we're actually playing the game now. So I'm going to go to see if I can get it zoom in on the actual game. Okay. So presumably when you start the game, they give you well, I've already beat the whole game, so they give you new game, continue game, load game, options, extras, and Xbox Live. And I'm not going to be downloading anything. I was going to pick up the Sith Edition, but someone told me that it was a piece of crap, and I took their advice. And yeah, they said the first one's crappy, and I said maybe I'll give it a chance. So I'm going to actually hold on a minute. If I can actually find what I'm looking for. So I'm going to actually connect my lucky controller to this. Okay, so I'm just going to start off with new game, I presume. I just do the easiest campaign ever. So then they give you these long cutscenes that I guess every Star Wars game has. And it's just, I can't even skip this. I don't know if you can see this, but when you push the button, you just have to watch through this. I understand if this were a movie, you would be able to have to deal with that, but this isn't a movie. This is a freaking game for crying out loud. So, I'm just gonna slice this off because this is a piece of crap. So I'm just gonna skip all this. Yay, the credits are finally over. Now you're actually seeing the cutscene of this game, which the cutscenes are so promising. You're like, oh my goodness, this is going to be such a perfect game. Look, I mean, seriously, look at these cutscenes. They're like, this game's gonna be, I'm the awesome badass of the Star Wars trilogy. Don't get me wrong, the story is good, but this is, I feel like they could have done better But, you know, I'm just... Vader is gonna get out of his ship, blah, blah, blah. Is this skippable? You know, so they give you the whole cutscene, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just going to go on and skip the cutscene. If they let me to skip the cutscene. Alright. Alright, so now I'm actually into the actual gameplay itself, and when I first started, I was like, yes, I'm a badass. I can, blow everybody away with my force. And I'm just like freaking killing everybody. And actually, when you play as Vader, you're actually pretty badass at it. Like, I can just grab a stormtrooper, ha ha ha, play with him. Now he's dead. Throw him away. So as you gradually go through the game, I mean, like the load times are like complete crap. But as you go through the game, like after you finish the awesomeness of Vader, killing Wookiees and doing all types of whatnot, you start out as his secret apprentice, Starkiller. Spoiler: this is probably like one of the later levels, but you start out as Starkiller. I'm thinking I'm gonna be just as good as Vader, if not better. Damn, Tinge. But yeah.
But I'd wager that they're pursuing the last of the Phoenicians.
So I go on and play, and as I'm playing, kill a couple of stormtroopers, blah blah blah. And as you play, it just like, let me see if I can, like, when it just feels repetitive, like, especially, in the freaking, the PSP version just feels a lot better. I'll give you a good example. When Starkiller launches one of his primary attacks, which is, for Xbox is, A 3 times, X 3 times, and for PS3, square 3 times. It is just like freaking, this is what you do throughout the whole entire game without upgrades, with no upgrades at all, and it just gets boring. This is what you're doing, the same attack over and over and over. Look, I'll just dash this guy because he's a douchebag. Let's get over here. Same attack. 1, 2, 3, and maybe 4. My bad. 4 attacks. This is all you're doing throughout the whole game. I'm actually probably going to compare this with the PSP version because it is a lot better. So, I'm just going to continue on and play with this. Da-da-da. And look at that. The occasional game glitch with the whole railing system. Wonderful. So, I'm probably going to show you a bit of the PSP gameplay just to replace over this crap. Because this is like, I really tried. I beat the campaign like many times to unlock. This is how many achievements I've actually worked on this game, because I actually wanted to give you guys a full review of this. So let's see if I can get in here. So I don't know if you can see this, but I have a total of 35 out of 59 achievements right here. Look. No lie, Xbox controller, console. This is it. So, you go in, and one of these achievements, actually, right here, it says here, complete, let me see if I can get it. Okay, it says here, complete the Jedi Temple, Sith Lord difficulty. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to do that. I'm not going to even show you the Sith Lord difficulty, the Jedi Temple, because, the Jedi Temple, you actually have to go out and buy it before you can actually, play it. You say, hey, it's going to be an unlockable, but hell no. No. The PSP version, you don't have to worry about that. Now, and also one thing I have to mention is that if you're going to get the DLC for the actual Jedi Temple, you will get frustrated, and there is, they actually had to do a recall on the actual DLC itself, and they got into this big thing with Microsoft, and I'm not going to get into that. But and I think it went on with Sony as well, saying that it was a corrupted file, and it really pissed off a lot of the loyalists, the fans from both Xbox and Sony. So I just feel like they could have done a better job on this game. As a matter of fact, I am just going to finish this with probably the PSP version. I'm sorry, but this game just didn't fit up to what I thought it was going to be. Alright, so, like I was saying, let me see if I can give you guys a clear view. Alright. This is the PSP version, actually. And actually, the PSP version actually has an intro. Great intro, right? This is a great, actually, this actually works so much better than the 360 version. I just compared you with this one. I just compared this one. This one's crap. Don't buy it. This is like, if you were one of those guys who went out and bought it for the 360 back when it was like $60, I probably feel, I probably want to throw myself out of a window. But I got it for the PSP version, and I'm gonna see if it's gonna load up. But it should. See, here we go. So Chrome Studio took over this while, I don't know, whoever took over that one. But let's see. Ignore the glare of the evil one in the back. LucasArts. And this is going to be a quick one anyway. I just want to show you that it just makes more sense than the previous, the one that they were just advertising so much. This is going to be so unleashed. This one makes more sense. They even give it to you. Let me see if I can get it right here. It strictly says story mode. Well, it says Force Unleashed, which is a bunch of duels and a bunch of other, awesome stuff. Story mode, multiplayer options. That is it. That's all you get. That is the that is good enough for me. As in, this is for PSP, presumably. But if I were to compare this, and maybe I will some point of this review or the next part of it, I'll do a separate part for the PSP. But I have to say the PSP version is a lot better than the Force Unleashed for the 360. I've gone through it. I've just showed you all of it. Most of it. I don't want to spoil too much for the people who are still looking to go get it. But if you're going to go get it, I'm going to give this game a 2.5 out of 5. Mainly because they have, mainly because of its decent story. Because I actually enjoy the Force Unleashed story. It's actually really good. It just describes a lot. But as of this game on Xbox or PS3 in that matter, I'm going to give it like a 2.5. If even that, probably just a solid 2 out of 5. Sorry, but remember, this is way better than that. I just want to be clear on that. Alright, see you in the next video.